everyone, and welcome to Checkpoint. Yeah, I'm really excited to be with you today here on Checkpoint, and I want to start by saying thank you, and thank you again for all that you do for us here at Checkpoint. Thank you for your likes, thank you for your comments, thank you for your shares, thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel, and because of all you do, we are able to reach a wider audience, and so many people are being blessed by this program. So thank you for all that you do. Now, today on Checkpoint, I have a very interesting and engaging topic for you today. So please, I'd like you to do as you always do. Go ahead, share the link. All right, let everyone know. Share to all your groups, share to all your friends, your relations, your associates, your neighbors. Let everyone know that it is time for Checkpoint. And when you do this, I'll be right back after the break. Don't go anywhere. It's time for Checkpoint. All right, welcome back to Checkpoint. Now, today on Checkpoint, I have a topic you would love. It's a topic that you can relate with. And today's topic is this: what you need to know when people leave you. What you need to know when people leave you. Let me tell you one basic truth. Having been a leader for over almost 2 decades now, I can comfortably tell you that one thing is sure: people will leave you. People that you are leading, people that you are working with, people who are helping you with stuff, people who are doing stuff with you, maybe within your organization or within your company or within your business or even within your team. People will leave. As long as we are all human beings, a day will come, a time will come when the people, your trusted hands, people that have been with you over time, will leave you. And I want you to understand this, that as long as we are human beings, people will leave. It's not something to be shocked about. It's not something to get startled and worried and begin to panic. No. People will certainly leave you. Whether you started a small business, an organization, there are people that would believe that your small business is not going anywhere, that the organization is not really going anywhere. Let me bring it down to relationships. A day will come when people who should be by you, who should stand by you, who should love you till the end of time, just make up their mind that and just feel that you are not going anywhere, you will not amount to anything, and they walk away. Let me tell you, even family members walk away. Fathers walk away, mothers walk away, siblings even walk away, spouses walk away. Let me tell you the shocking one, even children walk away. So people will leave you at one time or the other. It's not something that has started with you. People years, centuries ago, they've all experienced these things, and then when it happened to them, they were able to not just cope with it, but they were able to thrive through it. Today, I'll be sharing with you what you need to know when people leave you. Please take note. I did not say if people leave you. I said when people leave you, because it is certain. It is certain that a time will come when people will leave you. People you have trusted over time, trusted hands, people you have handed over a portion of your assignment to, and you believe that they're already doing it well and raising other great people around you. Listen to me, they will leave. So if you are a visionary, you are somebody who is starting a big dream, you have a big a desire for a big organization and stuff like that, as you begin to gather people, because truth of the matter is this: the Bible even says that where there is no vision, people perish. But let me tell you, most assuredly, where there are no people, even the vision will perish. So at a certain time, the people you feel you have already trained, who should help you to train others, will leave. The people you feel that are now generals in their right, who are supposed to stand under you like David's mighty men, will even leave, break away in some cases, and start off without even acknowledging the effort and the amount of investment you have made in their life. So let us settle this matter once and for all. People will leave you. Let it sink in. I know you have a PhD in leadership. I know you are a master leader. I know that you are able to gather lots of people, but let me tell you this: people will leave you. Now, it's not just about people leaving you, it's about your attitude when people leave you. It is commonly said that life is about 10% what happens to you, but it is actually 90% how you react to it and what you do about it. Today on this video, I'll be sharing with you things that you need to know when people leave you and what your disposition should be when you know those things, because what you know will safeguard you in the days of trouble. What you know will keep you strengthened. What you know will keep you going, keep you moving. So that way you know that there is no one person. There is no one person without which your vision will not thrive. There is no one person that if the person stops being in your corner or being in your space, you will not become who you are meant to be. So when people leave you, let them leave. Let them leave and remind yourself that they were not the ones who called you into that assignment. They were not the ones who gave you the vision that you are vendoring. They are not the ones who started that business for you. You started it. And in as much as they were around when you started it, they are not the vision behind that business, and you will thrive. A lot of us carry the pain and the resentment and the bitterness in our hearts, and this stops us. This hinders us from becoming the best version of ourselves. What you will do for me is to watch this video from the beginning to the end. Don't skip any point, because that point you are skipping might be just that point that would save your life and keep you strong even in adversity. So please watch from the beginning to the end, and please do me a favor as you begin to share the links and to your friends, your relations, your associates and neighbors. Do one more thing: comment in the comment section. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what you feel about it. Let me know what you think about the point I have shared. Peradventure a particular point reached you very well, please do well to share it, to comment about it, and then let others know that this thoroughly blessed you. Is that okay? Is that a deal? All right, let us delve into it. What you need to know when people leave you. We have been able to establish the fact that people will leave you. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter how powerful you are. In fact, somebody said sometime that when people leave you is a proof that you do not have good leadership qualities. And I want to tell you most assuredly, it is not true. It is not true that people leave you because you don't have good leadership qualities. That may be one of the reasons. But see, even Jesus, the master leader, people left him. People left him. Judas left him and went away in search of silver, money. That was his motivation. You know, even the 5,000 left him when he told them that, oh, you guys are going to eat my flesh and drink my blood as the part of the covenant. They couldn't take it. They couldn't understand it. People will leave you, no matter how wonderful you are. And you might be like, oh, Jesus, that was earthly form. Let me tell you, even in heaven, let me say this, even in heaven, Satan left God. Let us establish that wonderful fact that people will certainly leave you. But then when they leave, what is that thing that you should know? What could possibly be the reasons why they had to leave? Okay, so we may not understand what their own perspective is, or what they are thinking, or the reasons for which they left. But I want to tell you something you must know. Number one thing you must know when people leave you is that there is a possibility that your season has changed. There is a possibility that your season has changed. You know that the difference between our rainy season here in this continent and the dry season that we experience is that the way you package yourself while going out is different. The clothes you wear, the umbrella you have to carry, you know, is different, because you know that the season has changed. When the season is for Harmattan, like the dry season, you can spread all your wonderful clothes outside and then go wherever you are going to, knowing fully well that when you come back, you can just bring them in. But see, when the seasons change and it becomes dry season or wet season, when the rain is constantly falling, you will see yourself forced to just bring those clothes in, or not even wash at all until you are sure that there is going to be sun to get those items dry. In life, it is the same way. Your seasons will change, and sometimes when your seasons change, certain things can no longer fit into this new version of you. Let me say this again. When your seasons change, certain people can no longer fit into this version of you. They will have to give way because they cannot, their psychology, their methodology, their attitude, their pattern can no longer fit into this current version of you. Let me tell you something about a building. I happen to have been able to build several buildings over time. I'm not a professional builder, but I have the eye for building. Okay, so I've been able to work on several buildings that belong to me and that belong to others, and I have seen something. There is something we call the scaffold. The scaffold are usually materials. Sometimes they could be wood, and some other times they could be iron. And these materials are erected around the building, maybe for the for effective plastering or screeding or painting, you know. But one thing about scaffolds is that they help the laborers, the people who are the painters or the screeders or the messing guys, it helps them to finish the building properly. But in as much as this is erected around the building, a time comes when the building is finished, scaffolds must be removed. Scaffolds must be removed at a certain time, as a certain season. And in life, there are people who are just scaffolds in your life. Permit me to say this. It might look insulting, but reason with me, please, because it is absolutely true that there are people who in certain times, at certain seasons in your life, they will be in your life. And when your season truly changes, they have no other place in your life. When this happens, understand what I have shared with you today, that things you must know when people leave you is that sometimes your own season has changed and they have no other place around you. Like the scaffold has to be removed. When the painting is done, the scaffold has to be removed. When the building is finished, in the same way, certain people in your life must be removed for you to be able to see properly and walk into the seasons of the new seasons that is set before you. Did you get that? Oh, I'm sure this must have blessed you. You may not even understand it at that time. You may not even see it at that time, but be rest assured that this is happening simply because your season has changed. Let's talk about number 2. Are you ready? Number 2 thing that you have to know when people leave you is that it is possible that they have become toxic. They have become toxic to your advancement in life. They have become toxic to the essence of who you are. When people are toxic in your life, they have to leave. In fact, if they refuse to leave, you have to leave, or you have to make them leave. See, toxicity is something you cannot condone in your life. It makes life a shadow of itself. It makes you a shadow of yourself. It makes you unhappy. It makes you worried. And you know the bad thing about toxicity? When you're in a toxic environment, you may not like it, but you would be shocked and surprised that the next time you have to relate with some other person, you exhibit toxicity. Not because you intentionally wanted to exhibit toxicity, but because your subconscious has imbibed toxicity. Somebody asked me the other day, are they fighting? I said, no, they're not fighting. That's how they talk in their family. I said, no, they're not fighting. That's how they talk in their family. Because he was confused. He was like hearing people speak in a loud tone and they were talking. I said, no, don't worry. They're not fighting. That's how they talk in their family. And if you stay around people like this, over time, it won't be long. You see yourself exhibiting that symptom of this. You won't even know that that's happened to you, but because your subconscious has been imbibing those attitudes, have been imbibing some of those behaviors, you won't even know when those behaviors will influence you. So if you are with somebody who is toxic, understand that they needed to leave your life. They needed to leave your space because they are toxic. There are people who get so emotional, you know, because somebody has left your life and you're like, oh, I want them back. They used to do this for me, that. But even in that mix, in the mix of the things they used to do for you, if there was a mix that included toxicity, never ever regret leaving a toxic relationship. Never ever regret leaving a toxic marriage. Never ever regret leaving a toxic company. Never ever regret leaving a toxic business setting, a workplace that is toxic, never ever regret it. Because those who decided to insist and stay eventually became very toxic people. They became toxic to other people around them, either to their family members or to people who know them, simply because they have dwelt toxic area for just too long. So I want to encourage you, don't be like that kind of person I'm talking about. Okay? If you find yourself in a toxic area, I'll try to make a change. If you can't, leave that place. All right? And if there is somebody in your life who is creating toxicity for you, please encourage them to also leave. You see, the people on that boat to Tarshish could never have any peace of mind because Jonah was there. There are Jonahs that will be in your ship, and all you will experience is turbulence. All you will experience is hardship. All you will experience is frustration. All you will experience is difficulty, simply because they are in your ship. And this ship I'm talking about is a relationship. You're in a kind of relationship with them. The moment they leave, you have peace. The moment they leave, you get better. The moment they leave, you get advanced. I'm telling you, I can tell you this for free. There are people that the moment they left my life, I saw clearly. The moment they left my life, I advanced properly. The moment they left my life, my business grew better simply because they left. So never be afraid when people leave you. I know you're a nice person. I know you love people. I know you are worried. Why did they leave me? Why, after everything I did for them? Let them go. Let them go without apologies. If they have left you, let them go. They have to go, yes. Because if they don't go, you will not grow. They have to go for you to grow. And because they have refused to go, you have been groaning. So when you keep them and refuse to let them go, you groan. But when they leave and they go, you grow. So this is something that I want you to hold on to and understand, and allow it to encourage you, because it will help you to become a better version of yourself. This is what we do at Checkpoint every time. Here at Checkpoint, we give you information that helps you to, that equips you, empowers you, and edifies you to become a better version of yourself. That's what we do here at Checkpoint. This is why I am so passionate about sharing information, sharing revelation knowledge that will help you to become a better version of yourself. And if you're in the habit of missing Checkpoint, stop missing Checkpoint. Always be a part of it, because we teach valuable life lessons that will transform your life. All right, let's get back to the topic that we're talking about. Remember, if you just joined us, that we're talking about what you need to know when people leave you. In point 1, I was able to tell you that sometimes people leave you because the season of your own life has changed. Number 2, I said that people will also leave you when they have become toxic in your life. Now, let me share. Number 3 thing you have to know when people leave you is that there is a possibility that you are getting pruned so you can produce more fruit. You are getting pruned so you can produce more fruit. Let me tell you something about pruning. Several years ago, I had an opportunity to live with my grandmother. And my grandmother had a farm. Amongst other things that she did, she had a farm. So I had the opportunity of going to the farm several times, because I had to live with her for a period of time. And in that farm, I saw firsthand pruning. The term pruning refers to when a farmer goes to the farmland and sees a particular crop growing so well, growing rapidly. This farmer, in as much as this is good plant, in as much as this is healthy plant, this farmer has to prune, to cut down that plant so that it can give the plant a chance to grow better and to produce better fruits. Now, this is wonderful. You might be saying, these are good plants, right? These are good leaves. Why cut them? Because they are good. They are the good ones. But if the good ones are too much in a place, if the good ones are suffocating the plant itself, that plant will still not grow to its best potential. Have you seen a baby child in the house where there are so many people? That child will not learn how to walk on time. because so many people are trying to carry the child, pamper the child, because the child will not even have time to practice and strengthen his or her legs, simply because there are so many people carrying that child. In the same way, when you have so many good people, so many nice people around you, they won't allow you to think because they think for you. They won't allow you to stress because they stress for you. They won't allow you to work hard because they are working hard on your behalf. They provide everything that you need. They give you everything that you want. In fact, once you sneeze, everybody catches a cold because they're trying to do something for you. Everybody's trying to attend to your next need, your next problem, when you have good people like that, too much of those good people can make you not to be very fruitful. So the farmer understands this and knows that in as much as this is a healthy crop and is growing so wide, if it grows too wide, it will not make this plant to give its best fruit. So what does the farmer do? The farmer goes around and trims off some of the good leaves, so that the plant has a viable chance of producing much fruit. That's wonderful. In life like that, we witness some of these opportunities. We see some of these things happen to us because even God wants the best for us. And sometimes some well-meaning people around us, some very caring people around us, will not allow us to grow. Do you know that when you move your physical muscles, when you exercise your physical body, your body becomes stronger? Do you know that? If you're always resting, always lying down, your body becomes very weak. In the same way, for you to tone your muscles, you have to exercise, you have to move it around, you have to keep it busy. For you to tone your mind, for the muscles of your mind to be strong and elastic, you have to be able to face different challenges and different problems by yourself, solve them by yourself, go through them by yourself, experience them by yourself, for you to become a better version of yourself. Please appreciate that person in your life who is allowing you to experience certain things, who does not come to your rescue like Superman or Spider-Man at every instant, but they allow you to experience life for yourself. Make your mistakes and learn from it. Make your mistakes and then gain more knowledge because you now know better. See, it's a precious gift. So when people leave you, sometimes they are leaving you because you are being pruned so that you can get more fruit. So it is not everybody who lives your life that is toxic. No. There are people who are really good people, but they are too good for you. Let me say this again. They are really good people, but they are too good for you. They are too good that you don't need them in your life. They are too good that they will not allow you to grow. They are too good that they will not allow you to develop. They are too good that they will not allow you to become the very best version of yourself, because they are always there pampering you, holding you, providing everything you need at every interval. Those people are equally not so good for you. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about number 4 thing you need to know when people leave you. And number 4 is that sometimes these people block your vision. And I understand that in relationship dynamics, sometimes these people, they mean well, right? They did not plan to block your vision. But even in the Bible, I read about the prophet Isaiah that said, when King Uzziah died, then he saw the visions of God. Have you seen that scripture? Amazing scripture. He said, when King Uzziah died, that was prophet Isaiah speaking. He said, when King Uzziah died, I saw the Lord. I saw the Lord. So it means he was a prophet par excellence, but he could not see the Lord. He could not receive the necessary visions he needed for his life and ministry until King Uzziah died. Well, I am not wishing anybody in your life death, but it is important that some of them have to leave you so that your vision can be clear, so that you can understand what God has asked you to do. Let me tell you this. I know you might be out there feeling bad about who has left you, about who did not understand you, about that person you almost thought you were going to get married to and he left you at the last minute, about that lady that jailed you at the last minute, about that father that is an absent father, about that mother that did not even care but left. Listen to me. God is aware of you. He is aware that you have to go through this at times. He is aware that you have to go through this loneliness in life. He is aware that you have to do this all by yourself, and be rest assured. He did that because sometimes those fathers can block your vision. Those mothers can block your vision. That fiancé or fiancé can block your vision. They will not allow you to see clearly. They will not allow you to become who you are meant to be in God. Yes, some of them may be bad people blocking your vision. Others may equally be good people who are distracting you, who are not allowing you to see clearly what God wants you to do in your life. So please, when they leave you, understand that they had to leave. See, God's investment in your life is so powerful, so intense, so great that He would not allow anyone, even if it's a loved one in quote, to block that vision that He has for you. When King Uzziah died, I saw the vision. Who is it in your life that needs to leave for you to see clearly? Think about it. Who is that person that needs to shift away from your life for your vision to be clear? It may be somebody in your life that you claim you love, but honestly, that person is not allowing you to see properly. And you have to be careful, really, because when you begin to see people in a certain way, instead of getting focused, you become distracted. Can I tell you that distraction is negative attention? When you are focused on what is right, that is attention. But when you are focused on what is wrong, that is negative, it is distraction. So distraction is negative attention. Distraction is getting your attention, but it is negative for you. That's not what you want. That's not what you desire. So it is important that you gain your attention and gain your focus. Know what it is you want out of life. Don't become something because somebody else wants to become that thing. No, that shouldn't be your motivation. That shouldn't be your reason. That shouldn't be the thing that makes you kick. No, don't allow anyone or anything to block the vision that God has given to you. See clearly. You can become that thing you want to become. You can become anything that you dream about, if only you are able to dream about it, but most importantly, work it out. See, visions and dreams don't get achieved because you just like them or because you wish about them. No, they get achieved because you know them, you're able to identify them, and you are willing to do everything necessary in order to work it out. Somebody say, join me and say, work it out. Yeah, type it in the comment section. I can see you right now. Yeah, type it in the comment section. Yes, I'm so glad that you are following. Work it out. Work it out. It doesn't matter what that vision is. Work it out. Don't just go ahead and just say, oh, I have a wonderful vision, I have a great vision, and you're doing nothing about it. Work it out. The people whose vision you are admiring, believe you me, they spent hours, they spent time to be able to work out their vision. So why are you just there, just wishing for your vision? Why is all you do is wishing instead of working it out? I know God has given you a vision that is too large in your heart. Of course, if it was not big enough, it couldn't have been God, because God does not do small things at all. So if it's big, if it is intimidating, if it is overwhelming, then it is of God. Go ahead, start, no matter how it is. Don't allow anyone or anything to block your vision. So I'm sharing with you what you need to know when people leave you. Number 5 thing that you need to know when people leave you is that it is possible you have made them an idol. Yeah, I know we have the Britain Got Talent, the American Idols and stuff like that, but sometimes literally we make people idols in our lives and we begin to worship them. We worship them because we can't do anything without them. We have made an idol out of a certain person. And when you make an idol out of somebody, it is important that they leave your life. It is important either that you decide to make them leave, or they decide to leave, or God himself rescues you. I'm telling you, God has rescued us so many times from people we thought, these ones are flawless. A particular lady spoke to me, that should be a few months ago, and she said, oh, I'll stop going to church. I'll stop going to church. If a pastor can do this, then why will I continue to go to church? I believe that all pastors are scum. All pastors are liars. I said, please calm down. Calm down. Take it a minute. What is the problem? What is the challenge? The challenge, let me explain the challenge to you. I started talking to her. The challenge is that you have made an idol out of this person. Because he is just a man. Yes, he's a man of God, but he is just a man. And because he is just a man, you have idolized him and assumed that he's no longer a man, but he might be a God walking amongst us here on earth. And because of that, he cannot make mistakes. That's it. Because of that, he cannot fall into error. Because of that, he cannot do wrong. Listen to me. I know you love God. Keep loving God. Never make any human being an idol. No matter how perfect you think they are, everybody is flawed in one way or the other. I tell you, even myself, I know I might be looking so wonderful on your screen, but listen to me. I have my own flaws. Because we are all flawed in one way or the other. So what matters is not the flaws we have. What matters is what we're able to make out of our lives despite the flaws that we have. That's what makes us amazing. Oh, every superstar, every superhero you've seen, every one of them, they have that flaw. Take Superman, for example. You know that Superman is so powerful, so capable, so willing to help anybody, but with kryptonite, he becomes powerless. Every one of us, we have our own kryptonite. That is why we cannot be made idols. And if you begin to make somebody an idol in your life, God will find a way to remove that person from your life so that you can see clearly that everyone has a flaw or the other. Everyone has a flaw. Something in their life they don't like. That is why you cannot afford to make anybody an idol. Don't worship anyone because of how powerful they are. Don't worship anyone because of how good they are. Don't worship anyone because of how incredible they are. Reverence them, all right? Honor them. Respect them. In fact, even adore them, but please make sure that you do not worship them, all right? Love them for who they are. Love them for what they bring to the table. Love them for the value they give, but please don't come to the point where you make an idol out of them. This is what happens, what you need to know when people leave. When they leave, it's possible that you have made an idol out of them. God will find a way, one way or the other, to show you that these people that you reverence so much, that it is possible that they have some terrible, terrible flaws, that when you see, you'll be like, wow, maybe after all, I love who I'm supposed to be. You know that many people are talking about, oh, God of Elijah, send down more Elijahs in our generation. Send down more Elishas in our generation. I'm telling you, God is not planning to send down any Elijah or Elisha in our generation, because you are here. You, yes, you watching me. You are here right now. God has sent you down here. It is your own time. It is your own season. It is not the season of Elijah. It's not the season of Elisha. It's not the season of Moses. They might come down during the transfiguration. But listen to me, beyond the transfiguration, you are the one that is here right now. So it is your God that people should be praying for, that God should send down. The God of, just add your name in the blanks. People should be calling upon your God. After all, the book of Matthew tells us that we should let our lights shine so brightly in the world that when people see it, they will glorify our God in heaven. How do you think they will glorify our God in heaven? Let me take my name for example. My name is Ifeoma. When people see my light shine so brightly, and this light is shining in the lives of people, bringing light to their darkness, bringing direction to their confusion, bringing value to their problems, bringing solution to their questions. When they see all of this, they will say, oh, God that created Ifeoma, thank you. God that created Ifeoma, be glorified. This is how people are supposed to be talking to God, because of you. Because of the light that you shine so brightly. The Bible says that the earnest creation, all of creation, everyone is waiting, earnestly waiting for your manifestation. And you that they're waiting for your manifestation, you are there doubting yourself, looking down on yourself, looking at all your flaws, and insisting that you are nothing when God has made you everything. Stand up, mighty warrior. Stand up, mighty warrior. The valley is not your place. You are bigger than your circumstance. You are bigger than your pain. You are bigger than the things that have come to challenge you. You are bigger than your challenges. Your limitation can never stop you. Your background can never keep you on the ground. Rise up and understand that they may have left you, but God has not left you. It doesn't matter who has left you. Anybody can leave. One with God is majority. As long as you're with God, you are fine. You will be good at the end of it all. Is that encouraging? I hope it encourages you. Because God laid it so strongly in my heart to share this word with you. And I know that it is for somebody who is watching me right now, and your life will never remain the same. All right, let's move on. Let me talk with you and share with you. So number 6 thing you should know when people leave you is that sometimes God has another plan for you. I cannot count how many times doors have shut against me. I cannot count how many times doors were closed against me. Times when I knocked on doors and they refused to open. But you know what? Every time the door was shut against me, God opened up the roof. He opened up multiple doors. You know, He never left me stranded. And this is what I want you to know, that sometimes when the doors close, when people leave you, when the doors close against you, God has a better plan for you. It doesn't matter who does not open the door for you. What matters is that if you are with God, somehow, in fact, if the door does not open, He can open the window. If the window does not open, He can open the floor. If the floor does not open, He can open up the roof. He can open up dimensions that you don't even know. If you're somebody who watches these science fiction films, you remember there's this particular Doctor Strange. You know, Doctor Strange, he would open different dimensions to do certain things. In reality, even God opens dimensions, because when He causes somebody who you don't even know from anywhere to be a blessing to you, that's the dimension He opened. When He causes somebody to give you something, you were not even asking that person. The people you asked said no, but somehow God opened the way for you and provided for you. That's His dimension being opened. Sometimes you've gone to the people that you know and they could not respond to you. All of a sudden you meet a stranger and they say, "What are you doing in this office?" And you just explain your plight, and they just say, "Okay, come, let me direct you to this person." That is God opening up dimensions for you. It doesn't matter who closed the door. And many times I have sat down, I have knelt down, and I've said, "God, thank you for closed doors." I want you to also join me in saying that prayer. Sometimes go to God in prayer and say, "God, thank you for closed doors. Thank you for closed doors. Because if you do not close that door for me, the other door couldn't have opened. The better door couldn't have opened. If you do not close that particular door I was banging on, I was knocking on as if my life depended on it, I wouldn't have known that there were better doors anywhere else." Sometimes when people leave your life, it's simply because God has a better plan for you. I just want you to hold your chest and say, "God, thank you for the better plan that you have for me." Your plan is always better, always bigger, always more wonderful, because He's God all by Himself. And you know what? Sometimes God allows us to get to that point where we need Him so badly, so that when He does something for us, we would know of a surety that God is the one who has done this. So sometimes people will leave you, and people are leaving you because God has a better plan. If I remember the relationship I was in several years ago, today I thank God. What could my life look like if I'm not married to the person I'm married to right now? Thank God for closed doors. Thank God for that person that said no to you, because if they did not say no to you, you wouldn't have known that you had the resources within yourself. You wouldn't have known that you have the power and the ability within you. I remember one time many years ago, we came to church on a particular day. Our church drummer refused that, "I'm not going to play any drums today until you increase my salary by force. You have to increase it today or nothing." I was like, "What?" The singer joined, the keyboardist joined. I was like, "What kind of gang up is this? Have you guys talked to me about this before? Why are you insisting that it has to be done?" They said they have implied it in different ways, even though they've not told me directly, but I did nothing about it. You won't believe what happened next. People from the congregation came out and they played. One of them sang, and I was like, "You guys have been here all this while. Why have you not used this gift?" They said they felt that somebody was already occupying that position. And boy, let me tell you the truth, they were better. They were better. The keyboardist was better than the previous keyboardist. The drummer was better than the drummer that revolted. The singer was better. We were like, what? It was like God sent brand new angels to take over that service. I am telling you, this is something I have experienced at different stages in my life. When somebody says no to you, know that God has not said no to you. That is what you have to know. And because he has not said no to you, he will put it in the heart of somebody to say yes to you. He will direct somebody your way. He will bring somebody spectacular. And when you see the better plan he has for you, even you will say, thank you that they said no to me. Because if they did not say no to me, I wouldn't have known there could be something better. Some of you are even crying over a relationship you have lost right now. You are crying, you feel rejected, you feel jilted, you feel like you are thrown away like trash. Please wipe your eyes. Wipe your eyes, because by the time God brings that better husband or better wife to you, you will understand why he had to let go of this person, because God always has a better plan for us. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that wonderful that we have a God that we can confide in? A God who constantly and always has a plan that is always better for us. So chill. Let me tell you again, chill. You can say it back to me on in the chat room, in the comment section. Say chill with plenty else. Yeah, chill. Chill, because God has you in plan. Chill, because God has something better for you. Every time you lose something, God has a way of replacing it with something better or someone better. I assure you, every time. So don't stop crying over the relationship you've lost. Stop crying over the person that left your life, because God is about to surprise you with somebody better, somebody more skilled, somebody more loving, somebody more passionate, somebody who will care for you the most, somebody who will be constantly there to ensure that you succeed in every aspect of your life. All right? That is very important. Something you should know when people leave you. And I will be concluding with this last one. Number 7, what you should know when people leave you. When people leave you, God always wants to bring someone else your way. All right? God, what is similar to what I just shared before, but you have to know that God has a different. This time, initially I said something better, but sometimes God has something entirely different for you. He has a plan that is different. He has a person that is different. Stop worrying, stop crying, stop mourning over the persons that left your life. When God replaces them, I remember many times I'll tell my husband, certain times when we lose some very relevant people in our life or in our circle, and he is so worried because he's a people lover. I love people, but my husband loves people so passionately. If mine is like 70, his is like 101. He loves people, and he would always get worried. Why did they have to leave after everything I did, after all the love I showed them, after how I cared for them and stuff like that? And when he's like that, I always tell him that, is your life not better with the people he brought to you right now? Don't you feel more rewarded working with the people you work now? There are certain people in your life that they'll just be there, and you think that this is the best until God removes them and shows you something better, someone better. I want to assure you, you may have been jilted, you may have been rejected, but by the time you eventually get married to this next person coming your way, you will agree with me that God is a compensator. God is a rewarder. He will make you smile. He will make you happy. I sang a song several years ago, and that song is, show your father where you hurt. Show your father where you hurt, and he will help you where he can. You see, in the song I said, he is always there for you, and he will make you smile. I have a God that is an expert at making me smile, even when people have ganged up against me and assumed that I'll be sad. When people have done everything that they have done just to make me feel sad, just to make me feel worried, God always has a way of going around, even through sources I don't even know. I have been blessed so much and over time by people that I don't even know, people I don't even talk to, and I will be like, God, you are my ultimate source. I thank you because you're the one who touched this person's heart. If not, does this person know me? Do we even talk? but you blessed me. You did it all by yourself, because I intentionally recognize my source. Understand this, that God is able to do. He will not leave you stranded. If they have left you, they should leave. They should go. Don't go begging for them. Don't go begging for something that is the mediocre version of what God wants for you. God can give you everything that you want. God can bless you. He can change your story. He can improve your life. He can replace and restore all that you have lost. When Job lost everything that God replaced for Job was far more better than what he lost. I want you to be strengthened. I want you to be encouraged. I know the times are hard, but God is always by your side. When people say there is a casting down, I want you to know that there is a lifting up. These problems will not swallow you. Your background will not keep your back on the ground. Your challenges will not destroy you. You will be able to rise up above your limitations. Stay strong. Stay encouraged. Keep shooting. And always remember that when they leave you, God has not left you. When they leave you, God will make a way of escape. When they leave you, God will bring people that are much more better than the people that you have lost. When they leave you, God will prove to them 1,000,000 times that as long as you were with Him, that one with Him is majority. Can I tell you that sometimes your testimonies are God's way of answering your enemy, letting them know that despite the fact that they left you, He did not leave you. It is God's way of showcasing that you are with Him and that He is with you. And that's all that matters. So these are the few things I decided to share with you today on Checkpoint. I am super excited and I'm glad that you watched from the beginning to the end. Now, if you're that one that just came and joined us, please do well to go back to the beginning of this video and watch till the end, because so many wonderful things await you in the course of this video. I'm so glad you joined, and thank you for joining. Remember to share this video to your friends, your relations, your associates, and your neighbors. Until I come your way again, keep making a positive, indelible mark in the lives of people and on the sands of time. I love you so very much. Bye-bye for now. Mwah. Hi everyone, I hope you are blessed by that message. All right, so I want you to just go ahead and support us. If you are led, go ahead and just sow into the account right on the screen. And I know that as you do that, God will bless you big time. Because of the seeds you are sowing, we'll be able to reach a wider audience on different platforms. So please do well to sow that seed and God will bless you. Love you.